Hello everyone, welcome to our channel BISP Solution. Let's start our today's session. So this is our today's agenda, and we'll cover this topic like PO conversion using the PDI template and approved supplier list and an order receipt. Right? We will cover today and today's session in three topics. Right? So let's start with the first topic, that is purchase order conversion using FBDI template. Suppose we have the lots of so we have to uh, download the template from the Oracle Enterprise repository, right? From you can download this purchase order related template, and later on we have to prepare this template with the data with we have like purchase order information, and after submitting and after filling all the information into the template, we have to generate, right? And later on we will uh, submit, and you can say the import this file into our application, so that we can populate our data into interface table, and at the end we have to transfer, and you can say the import this interface table into a base table in our application, and finally our output in our application, right? We can import all the purchase order in our application using this FBDI template, right? So let's start and perform this template, these steps one by one, right? So we have the start let's open with them, right? And we have to search over here, that is Oracle OER. This is Fusion app OER oracle.com. This is an enterprise repository, and let's move to the cloud application, and these are the APR ERP tools, and under the ERP tools we have the different kind of modules over here. So under the supply chain manufacturing, we are going to perform this procurement related tasks, right? So click on this procurement and click on this all books. Right, so we have to do the procurement, and we have the supply chain management procurement. This is procurement HTML and experience. We have the implementation over here. Let's click on this HTML. It's not over here. Let's go to the Chrome. Sorry, click on this all books. Right, so on the all books we have the implementation, file based data import, FBDI from the procurement. Click on this HTML. And we have the purchasing. Click on this purchase order import. We are going to import the purchase order, standard purchase order. We have two more options. So with the help of that link, this purchasing option like a blanket purchase agreement import and the contract purchase agreement import, we can also import this kind of agreement, right? And you have the link. Click on that. So it will create one file. Click on this download the file. Right, we have downloaded this file. So go to the downloads, and you can also go from here in the showing folder. Right, so this is our template. Right click and click on this property. Click on this unblock, apply OK, so that we can use this file. Let's open it. What is the issue? I don't know. It's opening, right? So on the first page, first tab of this spreadsheet, and you can see the template, we have some information related to this purchase order import template, right? And we can generate CSV file from clicking this button, right? So go to the first step and let's input the information over here, right? So let's start with the interface header, and it is a mandatory field we have to provide over here. So let's enter like 9111 is our interface header key, and this is one record. If you want to uh, import multiple records, so we have to define the interface header key uniquely for each purchase order, right? Suppose we define one more record over here, so at that time we have to provide this interface header key, so it should be unique from this attributes line, right? So, and in the action we can original or update, we can create new one or can update the existing. Now delete this page ID, and this is a push source approval request order, right? We have the document type code, right? So what is the type we have to define over here? So this is standard, and we have different, but right now we have the standard, right? And what is the style? So style is very important. It is not a mandatory field, but we have to define over here which kind of style you are going to import, right? So the information we can grab from the application, right? Suppose we have the application, and let's take the details of the purchase order related information so that uh, we can import without any error, right? Because we have some validation on this sheet, this spreadsheet. So when we fill the wrong information, it will create the error, it will generate the error. So click on this task list, click on this create order, create order. So this is our style purchase order. Let's copy it and paste it in our template. What is the procurement BU? So our procurement BU is US1 business unit, right? In the same way, we have the requisitioning BU, right? So this is capital US1 business unit, right? So this is our procurement BU, and the same way we have the copy on the requisitioning BU, right? Now what is the sold to legal entity? We have sold to legal entity. This is sold to legal entity. Sold to legal entity. This is our US1 legal entity. Let's copy it and paste it over here. Yes, US1 legal entity. I think it's some. Let's delete it. It is US1. This is some formatting issue. Suppose we copy this one and paste it over here. Right. Now all these issue. Let's define US1. Sorry. US1 legal entity. This is US1 legal entity. Right. Now we have the ship to BU. Right. So ship to BU and ship to location are same. So let's define that is Citel, right? So this is bill to view, and who is the buyer? So we have the KC Brown as the buyer. It should be the same name over here, right? It is currency code USD. Let's move further. And what is the description for this purchase order? Suppose we have like BDI import purchase order, right? This is the description of this purchase order, right? And what is bill to location? And is ship to location, bill to location are the same. And this is ship location, no issue. So let's define CTL, right? Now let's define the supplier related information, right? What is the supplier name, and what is the number, what is the site, right? And what is the contact order. And this is not mandatory field, but whenever we create the purchase order in our application, it will generate the error. We have to define the supply related information from which uh, you want to purchase the item material, right? So this is Dell INC. What is the site? And this is the site over here. And what is the contact we have? Yes, we have the contact, no issue. It's defined, right? And no need to define the order over here. Payment term immediate and net 30 and 40 as per your requirement, or you can say you can already set the payment related information. You can see it over here, right? And initiating party is the buyer. We have the initiating party. No issue. Let's delete the remaining information. No need to uh, take other information, but you have to provide all the information as per your organization, and you can do the setup you have provide. Let's delete it, right? So this is the first record we have inserted in this template. Now let's go to the lines interface. Let's delete record and go with the first. So in our uh, application we define the line. Let's create and let's see what are the lines over here in our application, right? Right, so this is the basic information, right? This is build to location, ship to location are the same, and the status is incomplete right now. Let's add the line so that we can take the details of the item related information in our template, so that we cannot take face the error related, right? So successfully we can import the details of this purchase order details, right? Let's search for the Tata. Yes, this is the information. Let's go to, this is line 1, type goods. So this is line 1, now type goods, but we have the interface line key, and you can insert the alphanumeric value, but right now we have insert 922, sorry. And what is the interface header key? So go to the header section, and we have to take the interface header key information from here. So copy this information so that we can link the tab 1 to the tab 2, right? We can link over here, right? And you can have the action, you can add a line 1 goods, and what is the item, right? Suppose we have the Tata 1001, Tata 1001, you can copy it and you can paste it over here. So it's Tata 1001. What is the description? Description is a roller bearing. You can copy this item and paste it over here. This roller bearing, right? What is the item? Revision. This is a revision, you can set over here. So revision nothing but a version of this item is version 2, 3, 4, right? What is the category name? So category name is miscellaneous. You can copy and let's paste. Sorry. Category name we can define. We have already like suppose we define miscellaneous. It should some problem. No issue. Let's delete. Now let's enter. Let's it is miscellaneous. Now what is the quantity? Suppose we have the 50 quantity over here, and what is the unit of measure? So unit of measure is in our application is each, but system take EA as a each, so we have to define EA, right? And what is the price over here? Suppose we have the $100, so we have to define the amount over here, right? So amount is 5,000, right? So this is amount, quantity, price. EA is unit of measure, and go to the supplier item, right? So no need to define. So let's delete rest of the information. Right, so delete all the things. Now go to the third tab, that is location interface. So here we have to define the location over here. So delete all the things and start from the interface line location key. So let's define our this 9333. And what is the line key? Line key is nothing but from the second tab we have to copy the line key is 9222. Sorry, This is over here. This is our 9222 is our line key, so that we can map the tab 1 to the tab 3, right? Schedule is, what is the schedule? Let's delete this schedule. We need to delete. Now shift to location. What is the shift to location? You can copy from the first tab is shift to location. Let's copy this shift to location. Sorry, third tab. Paste it over here and shift to organization. Right. In which organization you want to shift this? Right. We have to define over here what is the organization we have. So we have the organization 001, right? So this is the code of this organization. So when we define the 001, let's check. I'm showing you location. This is shift to like we have to shift to organization. This organization is written with a shift to organization. This is organization is the shift to organization. So we have to define 001, right? So whenever we define this 001 and when click on the outside of this cell, it's turned into 1 because this is the formatting of this cell is general. So we have to change this format, right? We have to change this cell into text, right? So we have the formatting is text. Where is the text? So more, and we have the text and go. Now let's define 001. So it change, right? So this is how you can change the formatting of this cell, because our shift to organization is 001, but it is not taking this 001, so we have to change this one, right? Now shift to location, shift to organization, amount. What is the amount? So based on the amount, suppose we have the quantity is 50 and the amount is 5,000, right? And what is need by the date and with the missing date, right, we have to define this is also. So what is need to define? Suppose we have the today's date, right? In the same way, copy this one and paste it over in the promising date, right? Now this is promising date, and what is the destination type code? We have the two type, inventory or expense. So go with the inventory, right? We don't have the remaining data, so from here go right and delete all the records, delete, right? Now we have the delete all the things. This is 1, S2 and this 3. Now go to 4.1. This is distribution. So delete the record except one. Now let's define the distribution, right? So interface distribution key we have to define over here. So this is 9 4, and we have to define the location key. So location key you can take from this 9333. So this is our 9333. So all the tab are interconnected to each other, right? Now what is the distribution? You can define one delivery to location, that is about Cital, right? Cital you can check from here, right? So delivery to location is here. What is the requester? No need to sub inventory. Yes, this is important thing, sub inventory. So what is the sub inventory? You can take from the application. So go to the application, and what is the sub inventory? Yes, you can define. So this is our sub inventory. So let's copy this item, see data. Sorry. Let's copy and paste it into the sub inventory, right? So this is sub inventory, and what is the quantity you can define over here? That is like 50, right? Amount you can define, or you can skip also, and from here you can to delete all the records over here, right? Delete, right? So we have done all the entries in our application. Now let's first we save this record in our application. So Control S. So carefully the part of your document may include the person information. You can omit one document. Okay, no issue. Now go to the first instruction in CSV generation and click on this generate CSV file. It will generate CSV as well as zip file for this template, right? So we have desktop. Now click on this new folder, that is our BDIPO. Open it and save it. Save it again. Save it again for the third tab, and the last for the fourth tab, right? So we generate 4 CSV as well as zip file has been created. Okay, right? Now we will use this template again for the later. We will see. Now go to the application. This is our application. Let's cancel out. Now let's have to perform the ESA job so that we can move, and you can say that we can import our data in our application. So click on this navigator, go to the schedule process. In our tools, where are the tools, yes, tools, scheduled processes, schedule new process. Now first we have to populate into a interface table. So first we have to load our interface file for import. Okay, right. So what is our import process? We have to define over here. So import order. In our previously sessions we import the items, right? We import the supplier, but right now we import the purchase order. So import the orders. Where is the import order? You can see purchasing module, and we have to define our data file. So upload a new file, choose the file, right? So we have to define the zip file, desktop, and BDIPO. This is our import PO import order. Let's open it and OK. Right, now let's submit. It generate a process ID is 888 0888. Let's refresh it. 0888 0888 is running. Zero triple eight is running. Now you can see our load interface file for import is succeeded, right? Now let's import data into our base table. So again go to the navigator and go to again the schedule. Right, schedule new process. Right, now search import orders. This is import orders. Okay, and click OK. Right, let's change our business unit. Right, what is the approval action? We have the bypass the approval, we can do not approve, and we can submit for the approval, right? Whenever you select the bypass approval, it means it approve without any permission from anyone, and this PO is automatically approved. When do not approve, it means this PO is in our incomplete status, and submit for approval, it means the approval will goes for the concerned person for approval, right? So let's then do not approve, right? And this is revision view, click on submit. 0922 is our process ID. 0922, let's refresh. 0922 0922 is running. 0922 is succeeded, right? Let's click on this navigator, go to the purchase order, and let's check our imported our purchase order is imported or not in our application. So you can go to the order and click on this manage order. Click on this US business unit, and based on the Dell INC, right, let's search. It should be reflected over here. Right, this is incomplete. Right, 5000 incomplete. Yeah, define the description over here. Now let's go to the import order, and it will show you how issue we have. Right, this is our import order succeeded. Now let's go to the view output. Click on this one, and you can check the PDF of this. This is 911, and we have the vendors, right? This is our reports for our. Let's delete it. Right, let's click on resubmit. It's about to resubmit, right? Yes. We have already done these things. Let's check in our manage. Its created date is different. Now again go to this task list and go to this import order. So status is succeeded. You can check the log file. Document job started, and go to the base, scroll down. So there is no any error. Right, let's take one more scenario. Like we have the file over here, and we have to change all the things in this. Like we have to change this. Suppose we have the 8111, right? Original wage standard, right? And this is our one, right? CTL advance. This is our problem, right? We have issue. Let's copy it and paste it over here, right? I think this is our right. So we have do this thing, and let's change all the things. This minor mistake you can, we have to avoid this thing, some silly mistake. Right, so we have completed. Let's save it. Yes, now let's go to generate new CSV file, and let's do fastly. Let's this is old, right? Now let's create new one. Right, save, save it again, put the 2 time more, right, save and save. Okay, right. Now go to the schedule process, go to the navigator, go to the schedule process, schedule new process. Let's load interface file or import. Search for the task, click OK. Now we have to search, name is import order. Import process, we have to define the import process, that is import order. This is import order. Let's select our file. This is old one, this select new one. Okay. Right, again submit. Is 1021 1021. Okay, this process ID is 1021 1021. This is 1021. Again refresh it, can refresh it. Where is 1021? This is 1021. Again refresh. Again refresh it, 1021. This 101. to 1 is succeeded. Let's click on again. Let's go from the schedule processes. Schedule new process. Right, now our process name is import orders. This is purchase order and next one is sales order. So go with the purchase order, click on this OK, and we have the three options. Purchase, so do not approval, bypass the approval, and submit for the approval. So now let's go with the bypass approval and submit. 1046. Okay, refresh it. 1046 is wait. Refresh it. 1046 is our process ID in running condition. Succeeded. Right, now let's go and let's check our purchase order. Click on this purchase order. Click on this task list. Click on this manage order. Right, let's search by the supplier. Let's search it. Dial 1255. Let's search. It should be a display. There is a mistake we are now. It's done, no issue. Let's go again this and let's check it out. We are doing some define the original, right, and we have the standard, and next one is purchase order, US1 business unit. This is US1 business unit, US1 legal entity. We have the bill to PU, KC Brown, currency, MBDI import, purchase order 1, CTEL ship to location. Suppose we have some supplier number, supplier site, supplier contact. So bill to location and ship to location are the same. Bill to location and ship to location, right? No issue. both are same. Go to the next line, PO, that is add one codes and item name, item description, and we have the miscellaneous and the amount. Amount is not required. Let's delete. So amount is defined. Fine. Suppose we have some issue like we have the taxation. So based on the taxation, we have some issues, I think. Again, go to the interface, and interface we have the SCM and we have the amount. Let's take one more time. Right. Now let's go to the instructions in CSV. Let's generate. Right. So this is our. Let's change it. Save it. Save. Now let's go to the application. Again, go to this schedule process. We have the schedule process here. Click on the scheduling process. And again, load interface file for import. Right, so this is our load interface file for import. Okay, right, now again import process. Select our import order. So this is our import order. Select it. Now let's upload our file. This one. Okay, and okay. Let's submit this file. Submit. Now let's 1148 is our process ID. 1148. Let's refresh it. This is our process. 1148. It's running. So 1148 is running. Again, refresh it. 1148 is succeeded. Now can click on this navigator and go from the starting to the schedule process. And search for the process name is import order. Select the import order, click OK. Again click OK. Right, again this is our US1 business unit. This is our buyer, right? And click on this not approve. Right, no issue. Let's click on submit. 1172. 1172. This is running. If there is any error or data is not imported, then we will see it tomorrow. It's completed. 1172. Now you can refresh it and it turns into the succeeded 1172, right? Go to the procurement, click on this purchase order. Let's click on this and manage order. Search and PS US1 business unit. Now our supplier is Dell and search. This process is completed but it's not reflected over here. You can check in our imported file here. Right, we also succeeded, right? No issues, bypass and all that, done. Now let's move to our next topic is approval list. So how to set our supplier for our specific item. Suppose we have the item laptop, right, and we have already select the supplier for this item. No one else can provide the item to our application, to our in our organization, except this list of this supplier, right? So we have to define this supplier in the list so no one else can supply the item in our inventory, right? So we have already seen how to create the supplier in our previous session. Now let's set the approval supplier attribute for the item, right? And we can create the supplier list and we can create the purchase order. And we already seen the purchase order, how to create this purchase order. So let's set the approval attribute at the item level. We can set it at both, right? So go to the navigator, right? And we have go to the product management. So we have the product management. Click on this product information management. Click on this task list and search for our item. So manage item. Tata 1001. So one for the item level, item master level, that is 0000, and one at the inventory child inventory organization level, right? Child inventory, right? So we have to set at the both level, right? So and click on the first one at the item level. Right, so go to the specification and go to the purchasing. We have the purchasing, click on that, and we have the supplier approval. Use supplier approval, this is no, we have to change it to yes, right? And click on this save and close, and we have to set in our child inventory organization level. So again, click on this child inventory 001 and go to the specification and go to the purchasing, and this is use approved supplier, set yes. Right, now save and close. Now let's create approved supplier list. So we have to go to this task list, go to the procurement, and go to the purchase order. Click on this task list, and we have the supplier base, and we have the manage supplier and the manage approved supplier. We have the list. So this is our list of approved supplier. You can define our supplier over here, right? So we have on the, sorry, we have the searching. Let's create new one. We are going to create new one. So click on this create icon. So we have to define item. So this is our procurement PO is US1 business unit, and we have the scope, globally, or you can say the shift organization only, right? And what type, at the item level or at the category level you can define this supplier, right? Let's define our item. Suppose we have the item is Tata 001, right? And we have to define this supplier. So first we see we have this supplier Dell, right? So Dell, we have the supplier. Let's select OK, right? So this is supplier status is approved and new. You can select as per requirement. So right, go with this approved. We are going to define this supplier, this Dell INC supplier, as a approved supplier for a specific item. Specific item is Tata 1001. So whenever we create the purchase order against this Tata 1001 item, so In that scenario, the only Dell Inc will supply the item to our organization. So this is the concept of approved supplier list, right? And we can also supply item attribute globally and as per year issue. And click on this 7 close. Okay, done. Now let's create a purchase order and we'll see impact of this list. Create purchase order. We will select the other supplier if you have any supplier. Let's check. Business unit. We have the mandatory. Let's cancel out. Go to this. Click on this. And let's search for the other supplier if you have any supplier. So click on this navigator. Click on this navigator. Procurement and procurement. Click on this supplier. Yes, we have the omega, right? We have forget this, right? Suppose we have the omega, and when we define the other supplier, not searching, we have the omega. Click on this supplier, and we have the incomplete setups, and click on this task list, manage supplier. So we have Dell. Let's check we have more Dells or not. Right, so we have two more, but we have the Dell INC. Let's define Dell 2. Dell 2 is supplier or not? With the name of Dell, we have only one record, I think. No, we have some more supplier so that we can check the functionality of this. Suppose we have the laptop. Right. So CDW. Let's define this CDW. CDW. Yes, let's select it. Right. So in this scenario, we select the supplier, different supplier. This supplier is not from our list. So on the basis on this functionality, this purchase order should not be created, right? So CDW is not our supplier in our supplier list, right? And without any item, it should not be issue. Let's define data 1001. right? Description, right? So supplier pairing quantity is 15 issue, and the base price is 100. And what is the location? What is the promising date over here? No, click on view, click on column, click on show all. Select this one, and click on this submit. Right, click on this submit. It should be generate error. Should be because we have selected the different supplier. Our supplier is Dell Inc. Right, this is how is I'm right. This is I'm telling about this, that the supplier is not approved for the order item and category, right? So whenever we select the Dell Inc, so we can create this order, but we not select over here right now, right? So cancel out. When we select the Dell Inc, so it will create this. So now go to the next, unordered receipt, right? What is unordered receipt? Unordered receipt means, suppose when we will take one scenario, how when we procure the item from the supplier, right? Suppose we procure the 1,000 item from the supplier urgently basis. So at that time we create the purchase order, and we send the purchase order to the supplier. But somehow at some time, after some time, we require 10 more on the very urgent basis. So the time is that day we cannot create the purchase order. We call the supplier and tell him that please send the item immediately to in our inventory. So at the time of receipt, I will create this purchase order, and we can match the purchase order information to the receipt, right? So at that time we generate purchase order on the basis of unordered receipt, right? Without any order we create the receipt, that is unordered receipt. So first we have to enable this unordered receipt in a receiving parameter, and we have to enable the receiving attribute in the item, and we can create the unordered receipt, and we can create a purchase order and match the unordered receipt with PO. So let's check first two things, this enable. So click on that, and first we have to enable this one. So go to this implementation project, click on this setting and action, click on this setup and maintenance. Now go to the our project and click on this manage implementation project. Search for our project SCM, right? And click on this project, right? So we have to search, our task name is manage receiving parameter, right? Manage receiving parameter. So the managing parameter, go with the procurement. Right. So we have the task name is manage receiving parameter. Click on this go to task. Right. So go to the generals and we have to allow the unordered receipt. Where we have the this is our allow unordered receipt. Click on this checkbox. Right. So this is another receipt. Click on that and click on this save and close. And we have to enable this another receipt at the item level. So go to the item master, go to the PM, right? Go to the PM and search for our item. Right, click on this task list and click on this manage item. Search for our item that is data. And we have the item. First click on this item master label. So at the item master level, go to this purchasing under the specification, and we have option is allowed an order receipt. So this is our purchasing. Right. We have the purchasing, and under the purchasing we have this an order receipt. We have the valid, this is allow an order receipt, right? So click on yes, allow an order receipt, yes, in the valid transaction, right? And click on the save and close. Right, again click on this second one, that is our uh, inventory organization, child inventory organization level. Again go to this specification, click on this purchasing. Again go to this valid transaction and click on this allow unordered receipt, yes. So we have set the parameters in the parameter section, and we set the unordered receipt at the item level, right? Again done. Now let's create the unordered receipt. So click on this navigator and go to the supply chain execution, click on this inventory management, and we create the receipt because in that scenario we are not creating any purchase order. On the urgent basis we order some goods at the telephonic conversation or again that the email conversation. So at the receipt, and we have the create another receipt line. So what is the item? We have to define the starter 1001. Right, is bearing how much quantity you want to procure from the supplier on the on order basis, right? Suppose we required. So we required 20. Right, 20, no issue. Unit of measure, and what is the destination type? That is the receiving. Right, we have to define the receiving location is the mandatory field. So we have already created. We can check like no. Yes, we have the Tata Motors US Tata Concern. Now let's check. We have the code. On the basis of code we have, suppose we have 98001. No, we don't have. We should go with any one of them. Tata Motors USA. Click OK. Right. What is the inventory? Sub inventory here, no issue. On the receiving area, we no need to define our sub inventory. This is receive date. Right. Click on this create receipt. Right. So this is our receipt creation page. We have to define this supplier over here. So Dell INC is our supplier. Let's search for that. Dell INC. Click OK. Right. Now click on this submit so that we can create the receipt. It will create the receipt, and this is our receipt number. Copy it. We have the receipt number. Let's paste it over here. Right. Okay. So in our previous session, when first we create the what is the process of this P2P cycle? So first we create the purchase order. On the basis of purchase order, we create the receipt, right? So when we create the receipt in the two phase, first we perform the receive expected shipment so that where item comes under the receiving area, and when you want to move this item from receiving area to our inventory area, in that time we have to create the put away receipt, right? So in the scenario of unorder receipt, we cannot create the put away receipt, right? So first we create the purchase order, and based on the purchase order, we match the receipt and our purchase order. And when we match the information, the details, and after that time, we create the put away receipt so that our item uh, move from service receiving area to our inventory area, right? So you can check when you perform this put away receipt, and we check the receipt number by receipt number, it will not showing any information, right? There is no information against this receipt. So first we have to create the purchase order, right? So again, click on this navigator, go to the procurement, click on this purchase order. So firstly we will create the purchase order. Click on this task list, click on this create. Let's create the standard purchase order in our Dell INC. Dell INC is our supplier, and click on this create. Right, so this is our, let's click on this and check this beyond receipt. Click on this create. Let's define our item Tata 1001. Now select it. Now define the quantity, right? Suppose we have the 50 quantity, sorry, we have to match quantity with the receipt, right? And we have to remove this agreement, right? We need to take this agreement because based on the agreement, the cost gets changed, the price of item gets changed, right? So this is where you can see the item gets changed. Again, go to this, right? Right, no issue. Go with the it's one thing we have to define. This is requested delivery date. This is 26, right? Now let's check who can approve this request so that we can generate. Wait for a while. It will show you who can approve this request. So system will approve this request. So click on this submit. I will, we have to remove this order. Right, cancel out. Go to this one, go to this one. Let's remove the line first. Again, add this one. Right. Yeah. Let's select first our item. Right. And then remove, first we remove the that is, yes, this is our agreement. Right. Now let's define our quantity, that is 20, it should be the same, right? Now select where is date? Yes, your date. Now select the date and click on submit. Click on submit. Now the receipt is created and our item comes under the receiving area. And now if you want to move this item from receiving area to inventory area, we have to perform the put away receipt. But right now we cannot perform this. This is very big. Now we have to reflect the price. We don't want to perform this. Right. So first save. When you save it, now let's submit it. Right. So this is the process. Now this is our purchase order number. Let's copy it and paste it here. Right. Now let's check our purchase order. So manage order. This is order and this is our inventory. And let's finish it and search. Right. So our status, yeah, the status is here, pending approval, right? So again click on this search and again click on this search. Pending approval, click on search, again click on search. Wait for a while. Click on search, again click on search. It should be approved by the system. We have already seen our manage approval who can approve the request. So system will approve this request. Still, let's check. We don't have any information. Again click on search. Again click on search. Yes, it gets approved. The status is open, right? Now let's match our unordered receipt with the PO so that we can generate the put away receipt. We can perform the put away receipt task. So how can we perform? Click on this navigator, go to the supply chain execution and click on this inventory management. Click on this task list. We have the receipt and we have the match and order receipt. We have the option, we have the task, right? And what is our receipt number? We have copy this one. Here's 52285. Search for that. So this is our receipt number. 20 is our quantity, right? So select the record and match. We are going to match with the document number. What is the document number? So let's select our document number. Is this is our document number. What is the document line? Right, so wait for a while. It's fetching the document information. Right, just one, and we can also define the one because we have the mandatory field, right? Quantity. So receipt quantity is 20, and the document number, this purchase order, having the 20 quantity. So let's check the matching. So click on submit. If we match both the quantity, it will confirm this match transaction was created. Right, now we can perform the uh, put away receipt so that our item move from receiving area to the inventory area. So click on this one and click on this put away receipt. Now let's check the receipt number. So it should be displayed over here. Right, now this is our receipt, right? This is our receipt number, this is our purchase order number, and they are match, right? Now select the record and click on this put away, and at that time how much you want to quantity, how much quantity you want, you can mention over here. Suppose you want to 20 quantity, you can take this, right? Destination type, let's suppose select our sub inventory. So this is our sub inventory and click on submit. Right, so put away was created. Now we can check the quantity in our application. So how can we check? Let's click on done. Right. Now we have, once we check our purchase order status. Previously we have the status is open. Now let's check our purchase order status. Again click on this and click on this manage. Search for our order number, that is, sorry, so this is our order number, and this is our business unit. Remove this, search it. Previously we have the open status. Now the status is closed for receiving, right? When you click on this, you're closing for the receiving, right? This is the information of this. Now we can check the sorry. Right, we don't have any option to check the life cycle. We have no, we don't have. Right, so done. Now you can check the item in our inventory area. So click on this navigator, go to the inventory management, click on this task list, and go to the inventory, click on this manage item quantities, search for our item 1201, search it. Yes, this is roller bearing. Cancel out. Right, click on the search. It should be 570, right? Previously we have the 550 quantity. Now we added 20 quantity, and you can check in our review expected shipment. Click on this task list and go to the review completed transaction. So based on this Tata 1001, now search. Right, so this is our transaction quantity is 20, transaction source type is purchase order. Right, done. So we have performed this PO conversion using PDI and approve supplier list and unordered receipt. Right, so thank you so much for attending this session. Thank you.